Hi guys, welcome to Data Sciences Career. In this video, we are going to talk about different kind of options we have, different kind of job profiles are there in the market, and how we can make the right decision for ourselves. And it's very important to take a step back, look at our current position, profile, and then take decision. Because I have seen there's a lot of hype around machine learning, data science, and as a result of that, there are a lot of people with really good experience who are at mid senior level. Even they are trying to jump into the programming and machine learning. But spending too much time or too much money may not be worth for them because they have already gone past that experience level. So for them, it could be better if they focus on managerial position, even if that include handling machine learning and data science projects instead of working as a data scientist or machine learning engineer. So first, let's go through some of the job profiles and see what kind of requirements are there in the market. Here I'm using LinkedIn and I have searched data scientist with the location India here, but you can use any other website like Glassdoor, Indeed, Naukri, Monster, whatever you use or like, you can use that. So the first requirement I have got is data scientist. Then we have requirements for machine learning and the big data. So first let's go through this data scientist job detail. Now, if we go through this job profile, we will have to look at the kind of experience this is asking, the kind of domain expertise it is asking, education background. Now, please note, education background is kind of trivial in data science and machine learning jobs. It's like, these guys are copying and pasting from some kind of template. So they will always have more or less this kind of description in the education. But even if you don't have such background, you can still apply if rest of the information is matching. So as I have shown you in the slide, there can be three kind of job relevance matching with your profile: complete matching, partial matching, and no matching. And when I say all these matching, I basically means that we need to compare some of these details. For example, if you look here, the overall experience is 3.5 to 8 years, but data science experience is only required 2 to 5 years. Let's say you are someone who is having experience of over 8 years, 8 to 9 years, and you come across this position. It is still considering your experience as relevant experience. Now, this is the keyword here, relevant, because when you join these companies, they may not consider your overall experience by calling that as irrelevant experience. In that case, it could be more like a demotion for you. So you are having 9 years of experience, but they are only considering 2 to 5 years. And you will find those job openings where the requirement will be just 2 to 5 years of data science experience. Now, if you have 8 to 9 years of experience, should you apply to that? It's on you, but you need to consider the kind of money they are giving you, the kind of position they are giving you. If they are giving you a position and money which is justifying your 8 to 9 years of experience, you can still go ahead with that. But if they are not considering that and they are also not paying you or giving you appropriate position, then it may not be worth for you. And you need to look at additional factors. For example, here, after this 3.5 to 8 years of experience, it is talking about all these domains: automobile, retail, supply chain, pharma, anything. So, and this domain experience is very important for consulting and IT companies. For example, let's say you have 8 years of experience, but in some other domain, it won't be relevant for these guys and they are not going to hire you. But if you have relevant experience, let's say 8 years of experience in HR analytics or retail or whatever they are asking here, and your data science experience is just 2 years and not 5 years, you are still better than someone who's having 5 years of data science experience but not enough experience in these domains. So, whenever you come across any job opening in the field of data science, always go through the details. For example, if you look at more details here, proficiency in statistical and other tools. And then there are some more details here: classification model, cluster analysis, neural networks. We are going to cover all of that in our course. So point is, this requirement is more into data science. And when I say data science or machine learning, I basically mean these things: classification models, neural networks, regression analysis, those kind of things. Now, you will also come across job openings where the designation is not data scientist. It could be something else. For example, in this case, they are saying research scientist and then machine learning. But if you scroll down in terms of requirements, of course, it's a different company, different job openings. So they will have differences in terms of domain expertise and the overall experience level. But they will also talk about similar kind of expertise as far as machine learning is concerned. So let's see if we can find where they are talking about. So here, if you look at the purpose, it is more generic. It's not talking about any specific classification or regression, those kind of things. It does talk about software development in general, where it's talking about projects, it's talking about system design, code integration, and those kind of things. For specific, they have mentioned determining methods and approach. So this position is more into research. So they are talking about things at the architectural level. And if you look at the specific, general, primary responsibilities, it's again talks more about the generic roles and responsibilities of software development. But as it has mentioned machine learning in the title, in the opening, we know that it's in the machine learning field. So this opening, this position, even if it says machine learning, it is going to be similar to what we have seen here, data scientist. Now, of course, every company will bring different things on the table. So here it could be slightly different, but classification, regression, it's fair to assume that that will be part of this job profile. But if you look at this opening, this is big data from Accenture in India. Here they are talking about Hive, Pig, HDFS, MapReduce. All of these are technical side of infrastructure related to data science and machine learning. So essentially, this is when they say big data and these terms, they're not talking about classification and regression. They're talking more about the infrastructure. So they are talking about the kind of database you may have to use. Pig, Hive, HDFS, MapReduce, these are technologies which are used for managing data. Even if you have done a course in data science and you're very good at data science, this particular requirement is not related to you. So this is a kind of no match. It's not even a partial match. Full match will be when everything is relevant as per your current profile. Partial match would be when, let's say, the experience level, the domain exposure is similar, but as you are new into data science, you may not have exact match in terms of experience required in the machine learning. But you don't need to get bogged down by this. Even if you are a partial match, I will suggest you to create your portfolio and apply. So, for example, here it is saying minimum 2 to 5 years of data science experience. Now here, let's say your experience is less than 2 years. You have just started. Build your portfolio and also try to see if you can get access to any kind of data in your current job. If you're working somewhere, whether it's IT, hotels, hospitals, bank, insurance, retail, wherever you are, I'm sure you can get access to some kind of data, any kind of sales data, revenue, whatever exposure you have. Try to use that, come up with some kind of analysis, some kind of report. You can add that on your CV. And the best part, you will be adding value into your current job profile. So your current management will also appreciate that. In fact, one of the best way to move into data science is to use your existing employer, use your existing company. So let's say you are working as a business analyst or programmer analyst, and you start to work on these data sets on your own. You build few reports. Your managers, your client may really get excited and they may want to have more such projects. In that case, you will have the advantage of first mover and you could be the first guy in your team. So that is a very good and easy way of moving into data science. And once you spend some time, you have a portfolio of 20-30 projects outside, some work experience in your company, you are good to go, even if you're a partial match. So don't think that if you are not a complete match, you cannot apply for a data science job. So let's go back to our slide and see how we can map everything. Okay, so coming back to our slide, job experience and current position, as I mentioned earlier, these are very important. There is no need to go for demotion unless you can justify that. Even if there is passion, I will say, unless it is really justifiable, there's no need to go back to hardcore machine learning programming. In fact, there are quite a few courses from good universities which are covering data science, cybersecurity, blockchain, digital transformation for non-technical managers. So these courses could be much better choice for you instead of some hardcore machine learning course, because then they will take you towards vertical progression, vertical movement. Whereas if you just try to move into data science, do some course, put lakhs of money or thousands of dollars, months into the course, and after that you realize that you have to go back to some junior level position and work as a data science engineer or data scientist, machine learning engineer, it's not worth it. Keep these things in mind when you plan your career. That's it for now. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.